everyone, welcome back to another edition of the International Indigenous Fashion Week Spotlight on a Changemaker. You're still with me, Jeannie, and today I'm so excited to interview another inspiring woman. She has won the recently concluded International Indigenous Arts and Fashion Awards Woman on the HERizon Award. She is known as an environmental scientist, but what makes this interview really amazing today is that we won't see her as a scientist, but we are going to see a different side of her. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Sage Mountainflower, the fashion designer. Her full interview is coming up next, so stay tuned. Sage Mountainflower is from Ohkay Owingeh, Taos Pueblo, and Navajo. She is using the English translation of her traditional and given name as her brand. The Sage Mountainflower brand represents her work and exemplifies the traditional worlds of her tribes, as well as the influences of Northern Plain tribes as they intertwine in her lifestyle. Hi, Sage.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, so I am in Saskatoon at the moment. Where are you right now?
I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yes, and how is everything going over there?
Well, we've had a shutdowns throughout the holidays, and throughout the year, New Mexico's kind of been the lead in shutting down the state. And then a lot of the pueblos here also have done their own individual shutdowns. So, and then as well as the Navajo Nation. So it's just been just adapting to this new lifestyle change. But
Yes.
otherwise, I'm pretty grateful. My family has been healthy and doing well here in Albuquerque. So, but I do travel back and forth from Albuquerque to Ohkay, so that's always been the lifestyle changes that I don't get to go as often.
Yes, well, I'm glad to hear that you and your family are doing okay. So you were recently awarded a Woman on the Horizon Award for the International Indigenous Arts and Fashion Awards. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was
Yes.
exciting.
Yeah. Did you receive your plaque already?
I did. I got my plaque. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was exciting. I forgot it was coming in, and they said they were mailing it out. So yeah, but it went to
Yes.
my OK address. So
Okay. So you mentioned okay. So Ohkay Owingeh, is that correct?
yes.
Yes, and is that your reservation? Then I just wanted to touch about your Indigenous heritage because we're also proud of our Indigenous backgrounds. Um, where is your reservation?
So in New Mexico, we have 19 pueblos, and I'm from the two northernmost pueblos, Ohkay Owingeh and Taos Pueblo. And that's where I grew up, is in Ohkay Owingeh, but in Taos, I also have a lot of family there. So my mom is Pueblo. She's her dad was from Ohkay Owingeh, and then my grandmother was from Taos Pueblo. So
Oh,
we've
very
always had that close connection with them in traveling from Taos or Ohkay back and forth, and it's just kind of something my family has done for generations, you know. And then my dad, he's Navajo. He's from the St. Michael's and Fort Defiance area. So that's where I get my Navajo side from. And so I didn't get to grow up there, but I know my family there. And now that when I got older, I spent time making my way back to that side. So it's been nice.
Yes, it's always nice to spend time with family as well. Okay, so well, I'm excited to talk about you as not as the environmental scientist, but as the fashion designer. Because I know that a lot of people know you as the director for environment projects, and you are a scientist as well. But we will shade a light or shed a light on the other side of you as the fashion designer. A lot of people have asked me, is Sage Mountain Flower your real name or your nickname? So a lot of people are quite interested to know the story behind your name.
Yeah, well, it's my name. Sage Mountain Flower is my name. It was my parents named me Sage, and then Mountain Flower was my middle name. And I tell people, over the years I've kind of had some name changes, and I just, in the end, it's like this is who I am, Sage Mountain Flower. So it's my real name. Um, And the sage, but I have a Tewa name, our Indian name, and that's also Dopi and Bovi, but it's also the translation of my English name into my Indian name. So it really just is who I am. And
Yes.
that's how I got my brand, because I'm just representing who I am.
Exactly.
And
It's you. It's basically you, and that's what is very inspiring because it talks about you, your belief, and your passion.
yeah, so it's just I know people be like, "Is that your real name?" You know,
Yes.
look at my ID. That's cool, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's my real name." And I just drop last names. Everybody's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Cause on Pueblo Revolting, we had our Pueblo Revolt, and we had Spanish names given to us, and I just kind of like let go of my Spanish name there, and
Yes.
so and then we assimilate into other names, but really this is who I am. And um, sticking with Sage Mountainflower for.
Yes. Well, that's an amazing story behind your name, Sage.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for asking. Yeah, a lot of people ask.
Yes, I was wondering as well. When did you start designing, Sage?
Yeah, that was a big surprise to a lot of people, that when all this began. But I've been pretty much designing prior, was and sewing and learning how to make clothing, and I did it when my kids were younger. So I did it for my children. I made all their regalia and the things we needed in our pueblo, and for ceremonies and different things that we participate in. So that's where it evolved. Was I wanted them to continue learning, to continue to um, be proud of who they are and where they come from, and create what they needed, and never have that excuse that we don't have a pair of moccasins to dance, or we don't have this to dance. And so I just started making their stuff, and it's sort of evolved into now my own Sage Mountainflower brand, which is pretty amazing because I never
Yes, wow.
envisioned this.
Yeah, so it started from something personal into diving, I guess, full force into your passion now. What else would you like to achieve, in terms of your fashion brand in the next few years? Because I know that you're just doing this kind of more part-time to full-time right now, but is there anything else that you would like to do? Something that we are excited to look forward to as well.
Yeah, I'm in that struggle of what do I want to, how do I want to move forward in this as well?
Yeah.
Because it's just, I made a breakthrough in 2020, even with
Yes.
the COVID and all this. I've just been evolving, and, being nominated for International Indigenous Fashion Designer was pretty amazing. And then um, but not, just being recognized with some top designers. Red Berry Woman, she won. That was, for me it was anticipated. I love her work, and congratulations to her. And then but in the end, just having that recognition has been outstanding. And then like getting this award was pretty,
Yes.
because it wasn't what I expected, out of the whole thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's just been I guess moving forward in my work, continuing to create, to develop my brand and grow. I want to be known like Jamie Akuma, Red Berry Woman, Lauren Good
Mhm.
Day. Those are like people I keep in my radar. Just their creations have been amazing. And then I'm also ready to start working on a ready-made line. So
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, so we'll see what happens in 2021. I hope
Yes,
I'm
it's a big
successful.
year for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned because you were also nominated for the International Indigenous Designer of the Year. So this year, 2020, you had the opportunity to go to Paris. So how did that go?
No, that was a crazy trip. But actually, when I just applied to see what the application was about, and see if I
Yes.
would uh, just, it was just a process, what do I need to work towards, in my own self, in my own development of my brand. So I wasn't expecting to get accepted and actually showcase. And it happened. So
Yes.
we did. I made it. I wasn't working at the time too, so it was I was unemployed, and to me at that time was just like I was in I don't know, like a transition in life. Like I can't make it to Paris. This is gonna be like, it was impossible. But through my hard work and people, believing in me and helping me um, get there, I started creating um, some things to sell, and that they started selling. And next thing you know, it was like, okay, I'm making the designer fees, I'm making the travel arrangements, and it was just happening. And I was like, oh wow. So yeah, in February 2020, we made it to Paris. I took one of my models from Santo Domingo Pueblo here,
Mhm.
and she came along with me, and it was nice to provide another opportunity to somebody else as well. So um, I don't know if that was one of her dreams or what, but just to show her, you know, there's more, not just in our world, but in other places. And then just have that opportunity to hit the runway in Paris, like, and model. She modeled for myself, and then Bruno Henry, as well as Mary Kelsey with Mecca Clothing. So I think that was an awesome opportunity for both of us. We had photo shoots, and then we also went to Versailles to take a photo shoot in the Palace Gardens. So that was really fun.
Yes. Well,
It was
that's
crazy.
amazing.
It was crazy because like before I left, I had issues with my passport, so I was like,
Mhm.
I didn't get to leave with my model, and it was kind of scary. But we had good people that we met out there, so they helped us get around and get my model and be safe, because it was her first time traveling internationally. And then along that transition, my luggage left before me, and so when I got to Paris, I didn't have my personal luggage, but I had my collection. So I was like, all right. So it was
Yes.
like anything that could possibly happen, like could go wrong, was just occurring. And yeah, it was just an experience that I was just like, oh, like maybe we shouldn't have come.
But you did it, and it was a great experience from what I could see.
Yeah, and then even with like return, we left because COVID was starting to hit, throughout. And I think if we had extended our days, or our trip 5 more days, we would have got locked in somehow. It was just crazy. They
Wow.
ended up locking in the in Europe. So,
Yes, that's crazy.
but we all made it back home like just in the nick of time, it seemed like, and we were just like, afterwards when we came back, it was just like, wow.
Wow.
We
And then the world just shut down after.
Yeah, and then we just kind of stayed low key after that, and did our own self quarantine here. And because we didn't know when we went, we were very careful. We just watched where we went and the people we spoke to. And so it was a good trip. That was a great experience, and I'm grateful for being able to go.
Yes, well, that sounds amazing. And you mentioned earlier, well, good thing you had your collection with you. And speaking of collection, what keeps you inspired to, I guess, where do you get your fresh ideas from? Because especially in fashion, we have to, keep it fresh, keep it dynamic, keep it inspirational as well.
Right. A lot of it came from my kids. They're always trying to stay in style and fashion. They need the latest and the greatest.
Yes,
And a lot of it I can't afford. So I started making it for them, especially like in the power world. Everybody's pretty flashy and pretty fashionable. They got
yes.
their own style, their own designs. And with my daughter, it was always like, I need that. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
oh, you know, I don't know how to do that. Or she'll come back and she'll be like, I want to try this. And so it was just like collaborating with her and Powell people, Powell kids, Powell girls,
Yes.
they're out there with their own style,
Hmm.
and it's always inspiring to watch them, because then you're like, oh, that's the next thing that's coming out, or I'm working on something similar to that. So
Yes.
it's always fun. Like that's the little like things I enjoy, but really like a lot of my stuff I bring in my environmental background. Um, in my work, and you'll see it like in the She Brings the Rain book. It really is about the environment when after it rains, that pink beaded outfit. In New Mexico, we're desert, we're high desert, and we have some mountains as well. And so when after it rains, but rain is important. Rain, we
Absolutely.
always pray for rain. We always pray for our water. And with that outfit, it was like after it rains, all the colors are just so vibrant, and like the pink, we get pink skies, we get pink sunsets, we get, so I was just bringing all that in, and how plant life actually becomes vibrant. Like you notice the flowers better, you notice the plants better, so you'll see the flowers, and the rain clouds are coming. So that's like the feathers that you see in the back of that She Brings the Rain is the cloud flowers that come in. And then I showed in the ribbon skirt is a water. That's when after it rains, the water flows because our springs are running again, our river. So it's all those environmental elements that I've learned, just in life in general, but then also in my studies when I was going to school. So you'll see water flow, water depth. So that's why there's the change in color too with that ribbon skirt. So it moves
Yes.
like water. That was kind of my inspiration. So I do use the environment a lot of like what I see and how I've learned it in our stories.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, me for sure, I couldn't wait to see the next collection that you have. We'll be staying tuned on your Facebook page, on your website, on your Instagram as well. And speaking of which, if we have, women out there who would like to be in contact with you to purchase any of your collection, how can they do that?
Oh, I have a website. It's sagemountainflower.com, and you can ask any questions there. There's a little space if you have any questions. Most of my stuff right now is custom made. So, uh, but yeah, I'm always anxious. People have contacted me for that to do other projects. So it's been good. It's a good way to hear from other people.
Yes, absolutely. What about social media? Are you on Facebook as well or Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I have same thing, Sage Mountainflower, and then my personal one is Sage Bean Povi. So it's Pinpovi. People have a hard time finding me under that, but it's just
Yes.
my Tewa name in Tewa.
Okay. Well, we'll be flashing all of those information later on so that they could be in contact with you if they
Okay.
would like to purchase any of your collection, or if they would like to, do a customized outfit as well for them or for their loved ones. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Sage. Congratulations again on your award, and we cannot wait to see what else you will be having in your next collection. Thank you and stay safe out there.
Thank you. Yes, everyone stay safe. Thank you for voting for me. That was amazing to see all the support I had. Thank you to my family, my kids especially. They really sacrifice a lot of their mom for others, and my grandkids, of course, and my moms. I have a lot of moms out there, so thanks to all them and my family and all my friends.
Yes.
Like I miss visiting everybody, so thank you.
Yes, well, hopefully soon this will be over. And I also wanted to let you know that for your award, you were nominated anonymously. So even myself, I did not know who put in the nomination for you, but I'm pretty sure whoever did that believes in what you do, and she knows that you're going to go a long way aside from your scientist, environmental scientist background.
Yeah, thank you. Whoever nominated me. I was honored. I was amazed, and I love the support that I get from this new endeavor. And in my life. So thank you.
Yes, and again, congratulations, Sage, and thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.